Ian. I'm an engineer, done a bunch of business, and I think I have some good news. And the good news is about this molecule here. Um, this molecule we can make and we can store. It becomes a store of power. Um, and why is that so exciting? Well, let me share. So this ammonia here is, sorry, this molecule here is ammonia. And ammonia um, is great for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons it's great is we can make it. When we burn it, it burns clean and it has a lot of energy in it. Um, but one of the cool things about liquids is, well, there's some economic things going on with other solutions that are problematic. So this guy here, he's really interesting. His name's Peter Zahn, and he um, has a very an interesting demographic, geographic view of the world. So just recently, he made a video about EV batteries, and you know, if you're if it's a totally new technology, the amount of, say, lithium you're using isn't that much compared to the existing lithium supply. What he is pointing out here is for transport to go significantly battery based, it actually requires a huge change in the amount of mining of some key materials. And and by huge, I mean he means huge. So, and the other issue, of course, is any EV batteries require a bunch of different things from different countries. And this is a picture of a ship stuck in the Suez Canal. Any interruption in that flow um, puts us at risk. So if it's just one material, you kind of know that supply chain. But when it's 50, any blip anywhere can cause big issues. So his numbers, you need to double the amount of copper. So here are the places that make copper or mine copper: Chile, Peru, China, Congo. So like the U.S. is 7%, Canada is 3%. So I mean, we're really dependent on other regions to do this. Chile, I mean, what they do produce is way, way, way up in the mountains. Um, and so they couldn't just double the number of miners they have. They don't have that population. Um, double the zinc. So China is one of the biggest producers. China, Peru, Australia. Again, US is 6%, Canada is 2%. It's to double. I mean, you would also need Caterpillar and the mining equipment to double, right? So it's a very complicated process. 4 times the amount of chromium. Well, chromium, most of it comes from South Africa, right? Turkey, Kazakhstan. So again, it's not just one country going all in on mining. It's this huge, complex web. Uh, I don't even know what this stuff is. Molybdenum, all right? But half of it's from China. Um, so, your trade policy really becomes exposed to some of these partners. Graphite, graphite, 10 times the amount of graphite, and 70% of it's from China, right? So, like, Canada makes up 2%. The US isn't even on the list. Lithium, okay, obviously, lithium batteries, it's a big deal. So Australia, 45%, they a reasonably trustworthy partner, but their population isn't big enough to have 10 times more people in the mining sector. They're already very heavily into resources. So Peter's point is a good point. If we're going to seriously move towards green fast, we need to do it with technology that scales to the scale we need it, right? So, and that's the exciting thing about this green fuel, using ammonia as a green fuel. Um, you can use steel tanks, right? Like we can, as we if we move away from diesel, so much of the stuff we use can be repurposed. Um, so there you go. That's his point about batteries. Um, it's not to say that we shouldn't invest in mining, but the I think we might be underestimating the amount of how fast this can actually grow. Um, okay, thanks.